Hello Virgo, so I'm doing your weekly reading for November the 11th to the 18th. I'm going to take a look into what is going on in your situation. Got a bit of a faulty candle there. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at what is going on with your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We'll take a look at your blind spot. We'll find out what it is that's working for you. And of course, we'll take a look at how it is all likely going to play out for you as well. So, your situation. The tide of transition. Embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into love and work. So that's very Scorpionic-esque energy, okay? It indicates that, Virgo, you are currently moving through an important transitional stage, okay? And it's nothing to be taken lightly, nothing to be worried about, but certainly nothing to be taken lightly, okay? Because it can be quite an intense time for you going through this transitional stage. It literally means that you're leaving one way of living, one way of being, and moving in towards a brand new way of doing things. Now, usually that sort of energy comes out when there's a new opportunity that's being put on the table for you, okay? And it's that moment where you're sort of looking at this option or this opportunity and you're trying to imagine what your life is going to look like if you take up that opportunity, or secondary, if you ignore that opportunity, okay? It's that pivotal moment right before everything changes. Now, again, it mentions love and work, so this could be taking place, in either your love life, romantic love life specifically, because there's two people here who are in a loving embrace with each other, or it could be taking place in your work situation. You've got the frost of stillness, which is the hermit energy, as your strongest overall message, okay? Embrace the frost of stillness, wherein the calm of icy pause, reflective clarity is found. So you've to take your time with this transitional stage, Virgo. I want to say baby steps, okay? Testing the waters as well, okay? There is something about this message where you're going to be able to test the waters before you fully commit to the situation. Let's see if we can find out more about this. What is this tide of transition for Virgo, please? What is going on here? Embrace the tides of change with openness. What is it that's changing for Virgo that they're needing to contemplate? What is going on for Virgo? Oh. The Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Okay. Your Four of Pentacles is asking for you to conserve your energy at this time, Virgo. If this is about your finances, then you need to conserve your finances too, right? So avoid any impulsive purchases this week in particular. They're basically, it's like Spirit's trying to encourage you to save, okay? Save your time, save your energy, save your resources, save your finances, right? I'm getting the image here of like a proper little squirrel in the forest, saving away all of their nuts for the winter time, which is really interesting metaphor, because you do have the frost of stillness, right? So it implies that for a little bit, resources are going to be scarce. So that can indicate you're about to be incredibly busy. So your time, which is a resource, is going to be incredibly scarce, okay? Possibly with the Three of Cups being here as well. Social gatherings, the fun times with friends. It's like having to pause that for just a week here is an interesting one, because everything about this energy is saying you need to save up, or you need to conserve your energy and your resources, right? And I'm getting the impression here with this Three of Cups that you're conjuring something, right? So this change that's going on this week, it's actually something that you yourself have implemented. Okay, so I'm not giving you any new information here. This is just more of a confirmation of, Virgo, the wheels that you set in motion, maybe a couple of weeks back, a couple of months back, those wheels are now starting to turn. Okay, we've got a celebration here that's going on as well, but I kind of feel like you're withholding from celebrating too soon. Let's take a closer look at that frost of stillness message. Let's see if we can get more clarity on this. What's this frost of stillness for Virgo? The Five of Pentacles, yeah. Again, really interesting energy, because you've already had the Four of Pentacles that's come out, which is all about saving what you have. And the Five of Pentacles, Virgo, I kind of do feel that you're being told to take a temporary pause, a temporary retreat into your own inner world here, because there are feelings of imposter syndrome that's clouding everything else that you're doing, and it's running the risk of clouding your own success as well. Almost as if, see how you're conjuring something here, right? You've put a lot of effort into either your work, your project, or whatever this is specifically about for you. You've put a lot of work behind that, right? Now you're about to start seeing some very real, very tangible results from the work that you've already put in. You've got this overwhelming dark cloud basically hanging over your head, and it feels like it's coming from within you, because that is your self-doubt. See how you've got this lack energy? And Spirit's saying, okay, Virgo, when you're getting these feelings of imposter syndrome that bubble up to the surface, take a breather, go within, and see if you can figure out what what that's all about, because we don't want anything that's going to hamper your own growth and your own success. And this energy here can indicate that, Virgo, if you don't get a grip of this imposter syndrome, then you'll end up making yourself feel a lot worse, okay? Which obviously we don't want to be doing, okay? So that's why you're being told to pause, take a breather, and obviously don't make any life-changing decisions while you're in this frame of mind that isn't very good with the Five of Pentacles, okay? You don't want to be making any life-changing decisions when you're not feeling good about yourself or about the situation, or when you're feeling this but you know those moments when you heavily judge yourself and heavily criticize yourself. You don't want to be making any life-changing decisions when you're in that particular frame of mind. Okay, and yeah, you've got inner vision that was hiding underneath that frost energy. Cut through the fog of confusion with your power of discernment. Exactly. So you're being encouraged to be incredibly discerning, right? You're being discouraged from making emotional-based decisions this week. Spur of the moment decisions, definitely. That's not going to work for you. And to just really make sure that you're coming from a good, strong place before you make any life-changing decisions, okay? Interesting how when I opened up your reading, Virgo, the first thing that went was my throat. I've been feeling absolutely fine all day. Like, I'm not sick, I'm not ill, nothing like that. I've just come back from having a week off. I'm feeling fucking great, right? As soon as I tune into your energy, my throat starts playing up where it wasn't prior. So there's something going on where either you're needing to say something to someone that is very important that could likely change the dynamics of the relationship or the connection permanently, or they're needing to say something to you that is also going to be changing the situation, right? I don't know if that's good or bad yet. I simply don't have enough information. Listen, Virgo, why is this happening? You've got the winds of fortune at your back, okay? So that's why these changes are going on. Allow the winds of fortune to guide your sails, maneuvering through life's opportunities and challenges with adaptability, right? So being flexible, being adaptable, moving with the tides of change, as they say, rather than trying to fight against it. There is the sense of inevitable change, right? I know that almost like all change is inevitable. That's one of the things that is a guarantee in life, is change, right? The other one's taxes. Not all change is inherently bad, though. Okay, and that's the whole point here, Virgo. Not all change is inherently bad. And in fact, with the winds of fortune being here, it's saying this particular change, this particular transformation or transitional stage that you're going through, it's actually a really good thing. It's really good. It's very, very positive. Can you tell us more about why this is happening for Virgo? Oftentimes you'll find that if we were holding on to things for too long, they tend to fall away anyway, right? Such as relationships that are no longer working out, jobs that are just, dead end, that there's no growth, okay? It could be ways of thinking that is holding us back, and certain habits, maybe addictions as well. Basically, anything that has been holding you back up until this point, Virgo, that's what's being taken away, that's what's falling away, okay? Yeah, the Sun and the Queen of Cups, exactly. Both very, very beautiful, very positive energies to clarify the winds of fortune for why this is all happening. Okay, it's to get you back on the right track, or to keep you on the right track. I mean, literally the Sun, the happiest card in tarot. Joy, success, growth, abundance, good health, celebrations, right? The Sun is life-giving energy. And then you've got this Queen of Cups. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, right? It's about intuition, empathy, spirituality, love, kindness, compassion, right? So I feel what this combination is indicating, Virgo, is you're welcoming in more love into your life. And because you've recognized that you are loved and you are lovable, and that you are capable of profoundly deep love, right? You're encouraging a lot of love, both romantic and familial, and all types of love, self-love also. There's an abundance of love in your energy here, and it's helping you to grow as an individual. It's helping your business to grow, your whatever it is that you do at your work, at your job, okay? It's helping everything to grow here, because the Sun is right here. The Sun literally helps everything to grow. So this message here is indicating, Virgo, it starts from within you first, okay? Because obviously, if you're heavily overly critical about yourself, and if you've been making decisions when you're feeling really quite shitty about yourself, you end up making decisions that are going to be more harmful to yourself, okay? So yeah, that's why your strongest message is, Virgo. You need to go within this week, okay? It's like you've got a lot of things to figure out on an emotional level. And the main thing that you're needing to figure out is to remember that you are loved and you are lovable, right? And from that point, it's kind of like the energetic floodgates will open, right? And you'll be welcoming in more love. So let's see if we can get deeper into that energy, because I definitely feel that for a lot of you guys, you do have romance that's coming in, right? And you might have just assumed that it was never going to happen, or if you're currently in an unhealthy or an unhappy relationship at the moment, then it's indicating, okay, well, there's changes that's going on there, right? So, you know, some of you guys could be splitting up with that partner. Others of you could be really sort of speaking your mind to this person this week and, you know, getting that out in the open. It all just depends on where you currently are on your own private journey, okay? Usually we can indicate how the energy is going to play out, but how that's going to work out in your own lived experience, that's where you need to use your own discernment, okay? Definitely. Yeah, like the Eight of Swords. Right, we're clarifying this energy here, the Eight of Swords. So that's someone who inherently feels like they are undeserving, which is what we're getting at with this strongest overall energy up here. Virgo, there's a part of you that's telling yourself, I don't deserve good things in life. I don't deserve this, that, and the next. And you absolutely do. This is Spirit's way of saying, Virgo, at the moment, it's your own thoughts that are holding you back, okay? Your thoughts and your words, because remember with that whole throat thing, your thoughts and your words have power. So use it wisely, okay? What is it that you're manifesting? What is it that you're focused on heavily right now? What is it that your brain is telling you? Because for the most part, your brain is lying to you at the moment because it's holding you back. Okay, the Eight of Swords, that's a mental prison. That's someone who is backed into a corner, either by another person or by themselves. And I feel, for the most part, again, not for all of you, because for some of you guys, this could be an external influence that's, you know, dripping poison in your ear about yourself, right? Making you feel shit about yourself. If that's the case, then it's time to separate away from that particular individual, right? But I feel for the most part that this is internal. This is self-doubt, okay? This is growth suppression, which is really intriguing because you've got the Sun here. You've got the Winds of Fortune and the Queen of Cups. This growth suppression energy shouldn't be there, okay? It shouldn't be there. It's feelings of being trapped, helplessness, powerlessness. It's negative thoughts, limiting thoughts, right? It's a self-imposed prison of someone's own thought process. How are your thoughts working against you this week, Virgo? Who put them there? Was it you? Was it someone else? Because it's time for you to do some mental gardening, okay? Prune away those negative thoughts and replace them with something that is far more loving and far more beneficial for you. Okay, lean into this Queen of Cups energy. Again, whether you're a man or a woman doesn't make a difference. Lean more into that Queen of Cups energy. It's time to start showing yourself love and compassion here. You're fine with showing love and compassion towards other people. It becomes an issue for you when you have to show the same towards yourself. Okay? Once you do that, the winds of fortune are already at your back. You're going to be able to take advantage. Once you do that, you'll be able to take advantage of this lucky week, because I do feel, Virgo, that this is going to be a lucky week for you. The last thing you want to do is to get in your own way, okay? Lead into it. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the transformational time that this week is opening up for you. Right, what's going on in your blind spot? The River of Release. There it is. There's something in your blind spot, something you're not aware of that you're needing to release, and it's this Eight of Swords energy. right? Drift along the river of release where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal, right? Self-renewal. And again, sun energy, renewal energy, growth energy. What is it that you need to release? It's those dark thoughts in your head that are not helpful for you, that are just stunting your own growth. Can you tell us more about Virgo's blind spot? It's a shadow work week for you guys, okay? The Seven of Wands, yeah. In your blind spot. Virgo, you might find yourself having to defend yourself in a certain situation this week, okay? This is like standing up for yourself, standing up for your beliefs. It's taking a stand. It's fighting back in a non-aggressive manner, okay? I kind of feel like you're going to be standing your ground with a certain individual this week. And this certain individual has certainly contributed to your own feelings of self-doubt, okay? So, yeah, again, with that whole throat thing, like, literally you're going to be speaking up and protecting yourself this week. Protecting yourself from negative influences. In particular, unhelpful and damaging, unnecessary criticisms coming at you from a certain individual, right? You're not going to stand for it anymore, okay? Because it's bad enough that you do that to yourself. It's even worse, in your opinion, it's even worse when other people do it as well to you. So this is the funny thing with this energy, Virgo. It's like you're standing up for yourself against when other people do it to you. But when you do it to yourself, it's kind of like you don't even realize that you're doing it to yourself, right? So you're being encouraged to, yes, stand up for yourself when other people are doing that to you, but also stand up for yourself when you're doing it to yourself too. If that makes any kind of sense at all, okay? You tell us more about Virgo's blind spots. So yeah, that's literally what's in your blind spot, okay? When other people bully you, you're all right standing up for yourself, right? When you bully yourself, do you know what I mean? You got the Wheel of Fortune, and it's in your blind spot. I told you that, guys, this is a lucky week for you. This is going to be one of the luckiest weeks for you. Take full advantage of that, okay, Virgo? There is nothing that is outside of your reach. There is nothing that is outside of your capacity. You've got the Winds of Fortune at your back and the Wheel of Fortune. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, that's like having the Midas touch on crack, right? That's crazy. That's an insane amount of luck. Okay, what it is that's working for you, sculpture of self. There it is. Shape the sculpture of self. Honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing identity. That's pretty much your entire reading in a nutshell. So what's going to work for you this week, Virgo? It's time for you to see yourself, it sounds cheesy, as this work of art, as this sculpture. And it's time for you to shape and form that sculpture, aka yourself, into the version that you're wanting it to be. Okay? Can you tell us more about what is working for Virgo this week? Yeah, the King of Wands. The card of action. Right? This is having leadership qualities. You could take it in a leadership role. Again, doesn't make a difference if you're a man or a woman. And in this particular deck, the Wands cards are green to signify growth. Okay? There is a lot of deep, deep, intensive growth that's going on within you, Virgo. Nurture it. Welcome it, nurture it, and prune away what is no longer needed, what is no longer necessary. With this King of Wands, that's very charismatic energy as well. And I do get the impression, Virgo, that a few people are really looking up to you, are seeing you as an example, a good example to follow. So never forget who else is watching you. How is this likely going to play out? Fully immersed. Everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. Now, I do believe that this is the third time that this card has come out for the readings this week. Okay, so you're the third sign so far to get this one. And it's all about that gratitude attitude. It's all about recognizing, and in your particular case, Virgo, it's recognizing that you were always plenty good enough. You just needed to realize it. And also, in your particular case, it's about remembering that just because certain other people might not see your worth and your value, it doesn't mean to say that you don't have any. It means that they're blind to it, because this energy is saying everything that you need and everything that you want is already all around you, or you're already all of those things. You just needed to be reminded of that. That's the fully immersed energy. So it can be like materialistically speaking, or it can be internally speaking, right? Again, use your discernment and take it as it resonates specifically for you. With your reading, because I have to read within context, I definitely feel like this is reminding you, Virgo, you were always lovable. You were always plenty good enough. It's just really shitty and unfortunate that somebody has not been treating you that way, and that you have been not believing that you were already whole, you're already complete, you're already plenty good enough, right? You just needed a reminder. Can you tell us more about how this is likely going to play out for Virgo, please? And again, another interesting thing about your reading, Virgo, as I'm going through your reading, my throat is clearing up by the minute, right? So, it sounds cheesy, right? But here's the thing, and it does work. And the evidence of it working is the fact that you've been doing this already, but with the negative thoughts, the things that you say to yourself, the things that you repeat in your own head about yourself, you start believing. Okay, so it's time to flip that on its head, right? So maybe it is time for you guys to start doing some affirmations, right? Never underestimate the power of words. The Two of Swords, yeah. The Two of Swords. That's at an impasse. There's also, that's a very closed off energy, right? So this Two of Swords is saying, Virgo, it's time for you to feel your way through the darkness. Feel your way through the situation, okay? It's time to start seeing things the way that they truly, truly are, not for the way that you thought things were, okay? Because as we know, our thoughts can be wrong, especially the thoughts that you have about yourself, right? Two of Swords. It's time for you to release harsh judgments of yourself. Can you tell us more about this Two of Swords, for how this is likely going to play out? Thank you. Wow. Okay. Difficult topic that you didn't want to acknowledge. You will be acknowledging this week. And again, my throat's still... It is easing off, but there's still an issue there. Look, how is likely going to play out? 2 of Swords, 8 of Cups, King of Cups, 4 of Cups, and Ace of Cups. It's likely going to be that you walk away, that you reject certain individuals who are making you feel like you're less than. You're going to be releasing those influences in your life. We've got self-acceptance here that's coming through. And interestingly enough, you've got the Queen of Cups now and the King of Cups. I feel like you're going to meet an individual who is at your level, who is going to remind you that you are worthy of love, kindness, respect, and empathy. And they're going to remind you that by you wanting those things, you're not asking for a lot. You're asking for the bare minimum, right? You have this individual who is going to give you that and more. But remember, it starts from within you, okay? Because we do train people how to treat us. We do give people permission on what we allow from them. Okay, and we do that subconsciously as well. So now that you're aware that that's going on, I'm seeing you nipping all of that in the bud, right? I'm definitely seeing you nipping all of that in the bud. You're no longer accepting wishy-washy, half-assed, low vibe effort here with this 4 of Cups. Okay, the Ace of Cups is what you're maneuvering towards, and this one, it's on fire, right? It's quite an unusual deck. It's called the White Abyss deck. Yeah, this cup is on fire, which indicates a lot of passion. It's very creative energy, but also fire, it can be very destructive, right? So depending on how it's used. So you've become accustomed to destructive love, right? You're alchemizing destructive love into unconditional, healthy love. And you're feeling all sort of fired up about it and excited about it as well, which allows you to easier surrender and release anything and everything that's been holding you back up until this point, because you're like, okay, I'm no longer looking at what I'm letting go of. I'm looking at what's going to take its place instead, right? Interesting. Likely how this is going to end up, Virgo, your love language is going to be a lot healthier. And the types of individuals that you attract into your sphere of influence are going to match your new vibration as well, which is beautiful. And it all starts from within you. Yeah, the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Take logical action. Also with that being the King of the Swords energy, it's time for you to speak up. Okay, because you are definitely biting your tongue with another person, almost like you don't want to cause ructions with them, you don't want to upset them or anything like that. You might even be a little bit afraid of them. In fact, I definitely suspect that some of you guys are afraid of this other person that you're needing to have a word with and cut ties with because of their shitty ass treatment of you. This is going to be the week to deal with all of that, Virgo. Right? And as soon as you've done that, everything else, there's just going to be a nice flow to the energy then after that. Right, so let's get you a healing message. You definitely need to speak to that certain individual sooner rather than later, because I feel as well that it's something that you've been putting off for a while. And you can't afford to put it off anymore, okay? Because it has been stunting your growth. And this is your luckiest week. So, yeah, it's time. It's definitely time. What else for Virgo? Oh, okay, so that top one. Oh, two of them. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look. Self. Wow. Yeah. And see. Whoosh. Powerful. Holy shit. That's why you need to pay attention when you're doing tarot. What is that deck telling you? Right? That's exactly why. I was supposed to stop shuffling that deck right there and then. Self and see. It's time for you to see yourself with a fresh pair of eyes, Virgo. See yourself through your eyes, not through someone else's. Not through someone else's disgusted, distorted perspective. Okay. It's time for you to see yourself as the powerful, kind, loving, strong, and empathetic individual that you really, really are. Remember that message about sculpture of self, okay? You are both the sculpture and the artist in this particular equation. You understand? Right, let's take a look. Self. Now there is shadow work within this particular deck, so I'll give you that part in a minute, okay? Your message with self, it says, within me resides a radiant essence that is worthy of love, acceptance and understanding. I allow myself to shine brightly, illuminating the world with the unparalleled beauty of my true being. Trusting in the depths of myself, I navigate life's twists and turns with unwavering strength and resilience. I am a sacred vessel, a cherished gift to this world, deserving of all the love and honor bestowed upon me. And in case you think that I'm making it up, I'll hold it up so you can see it all for yourself, okay? I do not bullshit these reads. I never have, and I never ever will, right? It says, bright soul, I recognize the complexities of your journey to discover and embrace your true self, especially if you've learnt to hide your vulnerability behind a mask. It is natural to feel apprehensive about revealing your true identity in a world that often misunderstands or rejects those who are just a little too different. Understand that your uniqueness is not a flaw, but one of many things that makes you beautiful. Have the courage to reveal the amazing human behind the mask. Trust in your innate wisdom to guide you towards self-acceptance and empowerment. Remember, you're worthy of love and respect as you are. Yeah. Allow your light to shine authentically, illuminating the world with the richness of your true self, knowing that acceptance and understanding will find you in due time. And then it goes on to say, little dragon, because this is a dragon deck, little dragon, self-esteem, self-worth and self-awareness are developed through a journey of self-discovery and self-compassion. Start by embracing your strengths, your passions, and your unique quirks and qualities. Recognize the inherent value that you bring to the world. Yeah. Love yourself by nurturing your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Explore your inner landscape with curiosity and openness. Seek to understand your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs without judgment. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, allowing yourself to shine. Surround yourself, now this one's really important, Virgo. Surround yourself with supportive relationships with people who encourage your growth and celebrate your worth. As you deepen your connection with yourself and honor your truth, you empower yourself to embrace your full potential. Okay, and then the shadow work side of this message. I hate to burst your little self-love bubble, But you have become so self-absorbed that you appear to have forgotten that you're not the center of the universe. You're so caught up in your own journey of self-discovery on the road to self-awareness that you appear to have become unaware of what's going on in everyone else's lives. It is time to put your navel-gazing aside for a moment or two and to start considering the feelings, needs and desires of others. The people around you deserve to be acknowledged. Show some interest in someone other than yourself, or you might just find that when you next look up, there's nobody left to share your discoveries with. Right, so the shadow work aspect of that card is saying that, yes, absolutely do make your own journey of self-discovery a priority. There needs to be a balance with it, okay? It's a reminder of the balance. This is not to become too lost within yourself, too lost within your journey, and to still consider the feelings of other people around you, okay? It's a reminder not to become like those who have led you to feeling like you're not good enough, right? Because it works both ways. So it's just a reminder of that balance. And then C, which is the next card. I choose to see the beauty in every moment, the truth in every situation, and the potential in every person. And that includes the potential in yourself as well, Virgo. I will keep my eyes open to the wonders of the world around me and embrace the power of clarity and insight. I will see with eyes unclouded by judgment or fear and let my vision guide me towards a life that is filled with purpose, meaning and joy. With eyes, heart and mind wide open, you see the world transform into an infinite kaleidoscope of wonder and possibility. Every sunrise paints the sky with the hues of creation, while the starlight whispers secrets of the universe's vast mysteries. With open eyes, you see the intricate dance of nature, from the movement of trees in the wind to the dancing murmuration of starlings. You see how the weather mirrors human emotions. You see how every living thing has a purpose and a place, and that includes you as well, Virgo. You see beauty and abundance. And your heart beats in harmony with the rhythms of life, embracing the joys and sorrows that make you human. With eyes that see beyond the boundaries of your home and your work, your mind expands, and driven by curiosity and wonder, you explore what has remained hidden or unseen. In this state of seeing the greater whole, bright soul, the world becomes a canvas for your dreams, and the universe becomes an endless playground for discovery and growth. In your day-to-day life, the power of observation is a profound tool for cultivating deeper connections and understanding. When you truly see and listen to those around you, you can offer genuine support, empathy, and love. Little dragons see in the small details the subtle nuances of a loved one's expression, or the unspoken emotions behind their words, allows you to respond with compassion and care. It enables you to appreciate the beauty in the world around you, finding joy in the simple moments and gratitude for the blessings that you often overlook. Through observation, you can cultivate mindfulness and presence, enriching your relationships and infusing your life with meaning and purpose. So embrace the power of observation with an open heart and an open mind. It is through truly seeing and understanding one another that you can create a world filled with love and connection. Right? So that one is seeing the I want to say seeing the human in everyone, including within yourself, Virgo, and that's the human powers and the human flaws as well. Okay, and then your shadow work with this one, it says, human, there is no gentle way to say this. You need to open your eyes and see reality through a lens that is unclouded by bias and fear. Whether it's the truth of our current environmental situation, you deny despite overwhelming evidence, a situation where words and actions are not in alignment, or a blatant lie that is in plain sight, then it's time to remove the blinders, to see and accept the harsh truth. It is time to accept that what you believe to be real is nothing more than an illusion which you shroud to protect yourself from a reality that scares you. Human, I know the truth hurts and I have no desire to cause distress, but you're hurting yourself. Your choice to turn a blind eye and to live a lie serves you not. It dishonors you. It's time for you to set yourself free. So your shadow work is to go within and consider what is it that that you have been living through illusions, right? And I definitely feel that this is more to do with how you see yourself and how you feel about yourself at the moment. Or more recently, it hasn't been in very pleasant terms, and you've been living a lie that way, okay? Because you've quite simply not been seeing your strengths and your power and your loving qualities. There has definitely been heavy emphasis on negative qualities, right? And it's like, look, we're all human, we're all fucking flawed, we've all got something, do you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that you're inherently bad, and it just makes it even worse in your reading, Virgo, because somebody has been drumming it into you at some point that apparently, yes, you are inherently bad, and you're absolutely not. Right? Not at all. So yeah, definitely do take full advantage of this being one of your lucky weeks, okay? And use that as an opportunity to sort of get rid of everything and everything that you don't need, right? And start cultivating what you do want to see more of in your life, because like your energy this week, it's magnetic as fuck, okay? So do take that into consideration. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.